Hey Warriors, Warrior Wolf here. Um, Video's not going to be all that long. Just wanted to talk about something that a lot of us who deal with and suffer with multiple sclerosis um, face and fight all the time. We have a lot of fears that we live with every day. If we're going to wake up the next morning and still have our full mobility, if we're going to wake up the next morning, ow, wake up the next morning and have our eyesight. We're going to wake up the next morning and be completely paralyzed. We don't know. We could be able to have decent to excellent mobility one day, wake up the next, and half our body be completely paralyzed because of the MS. And not trying to be hateful, I'm not trying to be mean, but those of you who do not have this disease, those of you who are not experiencing this disease yourself, whether you have a loved one with MS, whether you're your spouse, your child, your sibling, or another family member has this disease, and you've seen them go through their life dealing with it, there's still misconceptions that, well, you look fine. Why are you always complaining? Why are you always saying you're tired? Why are you always saying you're hurting? And you don't really realize, because MS is an invisible disease, it is inside of us. So unless it attacks our optic nerve and we lose our eyesight, whether temporarily or permanently, or we lose the use of a limb, whether it's an arm, a leg, whether we become paralyzed from the waist down, or half our body becomes paralyzed, or we become paralyzed from the neck down because of the MS. It usually takes something that drastic to happen to one of us for those around us to realize, well, maybe this is a horrible disease and I just hadn't realized it. One of the things those of us with MS deal with on a constant basis, especially myself when I'm at the mall or if I'm at Walmart and I'm in my wheelchair. I can walk, I can stand, I can move around, but I cannot stay on my feet more than tops maybe 15 minutes without my legs just trying to completely give out on me. And it's not due to needing to exercise, it's not due to needing to re-strengthen my legs or anything like that. In reality, out of my upper body, my arms, my legs, when I'm at the gym and I'm working out, if I'm working with the workout equipment, the max I can do with my arms is maybe 35 pounds with my arms. When I'm doing the leg press, I start out at 120 pounds. I do 50 reps. I rest my legs for about 30-40 seconds, maybe a minute the most. and then I do another set of 50, but I add 5 pounds. The third set of 50 reps I do when I do the leg press, I add yet another 5 pounds, or even 10. It's not a matter of strength. It's a matter of the signals not getting to where they need to be. So the muscles don't have the proper information they need to know that they need to stabilize me. And that's something I'm still struggling to get my parents to understand and to realize. And when I'm at the mall or I'm at Walmart and I'm in my wheelchair, or if I try to use one of the scooters because it's raining and I don't want to end up completely soaked trying to get from my truck to inside the mall or inside Walmart or inside the mall. If I'm going to the mall, I got to use my wheelchair regardless because they don't have anything. They don't have any scooters. They don't have any wheelchairs that people can use. So, but when I try to use one of the scooters, and because I don't have a cast on my foot or I don't have a massive brace on my knee or anything like that, where it's obvious that I've been injured in some way, and due to the injury, it's easier for me to use the scooter than it is to walk. But anything else, because I don't have a cast on either of my feet, because I don't have a brace on my leg, I get sideward glances or hateful looks, like they think I'm lazy, that I'm using the scooter because I'm lazy, when in fact it's simply because I can't walk for very long without my legs completely trying to give out on me. In the past 6-7 years, even before I was diagnosed, I've had issues where I've had to stop, grab a hold of a counter, grab a hold of a shelving unit, or have someone else grab me to keep from going down. And then we deal with something else. Something other than the physical challenges that we face. Those around us who are not themselves living with MS, attacking their body. They wonder why we get a little bit of bad news, or this one lady, for instance, just before I did this video, I watched a video. Ow. I watched a video clip. That's getting annoying. I watched a video clip that she had put on Facebook in one of the MS groups that I'm in on Facebook, or that I'm a member of. And recently she's gone from being able to walk normally with no mobility assistant device to now she's having to use a walker. And those around her are saying, well, at least you can still walk, at least you can still go out of the house, you can still go do this and do that, and you don't have to be stuck in the house. You don't have to stay depressed, you don't have to be so upset. Can someone explain to me why everybody else thinks that we should just be able to shrug it off and not even let it bother us that we don't have the mobility we had. Even individuals who don't suffer from multiple sclerosis, that one day they're able to walk, they can run, they can jump, they can do sports, all kinds of activities, because their body is almost completely physically healthy. But then because of a car accident or some other unforeseen medical issue comes up, and all of a sudden that mobility they had is gone, or they lose a limb, a leg, and they can't do what they used to. Or say, for instance, the soldiers coming back from war, going over there, they have all their body parts. Then they come home missing it, missing part of their arm, missing their whole arm, missing part or whole or all of a leg or both legs. And even with those people who have lost their mobility that way, everyone around them tries to say, oh, well, at least you're still alive. At least you can still be with your family. And? But we're not able to be with our family the way we used to. We're not able to participate in the activities with our family like we used to. Because we're not whole. This disease takes a lot more away from us than just mobility. It takes away our ability to function normally, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. If you put a person side by side with an individual with MS, and you have them go through the same type of dexterity exercises, whether those two individuals can see each other or not, the one with MS, you're going to find becomes frustrated because they're having so much issues completing the tasks. And it may not be because of any nerve issues with their hands, but because for some reason they can't visualize what they're supposed to be doing. Their cognitive functions have been hindered. You know how many times in one conversation with someone that I've become tongue-tied, and how frustrating that is? All I'm trying to say here, folks, is when it comes to, and not just us who suffer from MS, but other issues as well, especially other mental issues. People who suffer from autism or any other psychological or neurological issue. Pulmonary issues can cause drastic cognitive and neurological issues. Cardio issues can affect you mentally, emotionally. All I'm asking is when you see someone in a wheelchair, or you see someone in a scooter, and they look perfectly fine, please stop and take a second to think, well, they look fine on the outside. Maybe they're not fine on the inside. Maybe there's a battle that that's waging on the inside of their body that no one else can see. We deal with numbness, we deal with tingling, we deal with pain. But the biggest thing we deal with, not just on a daily basis, but a minute-to-minute basis, a second-to-second basis, is what is an hour going to bring? What is 2 hours going to bring? What is tomorrow going to bring? Next week, next month, next year? Because with this disease, we don't know. Because our own body is attacking our nervous system and our brain and in our spines. And I know I said this wasn't going to be a long video. We're roughly 16 and a half minutes. But I felt this one really needed to be said. So I'm not going to mention the lady's name. But I am going to share this video from my channel to all of the MS groups that I'm in, and hopefully when she sees the link, because I'm probably going to put it in the comment thread of her video. So this video is dedicated to you, ma'am, as well as every other MS warrior. And like I said, the goal of this channel, other than kind of a vlog or a way to get awareness out, but is to hopefully encourage other warriors. So from this point on, when I end my videos, I'm going to say a phrase that I have to use myself to remind myself that times are going to be hard, times are going to be tough, physically, mentally, emotionally. But if I give up, giving up is going to be much worse. So, from this video on, I say, good day, warriors. Never give up, never surrender. Have a great one.